Hey gamers, we're playing Doki Blue Skies. Anyway, let's carry on. She places the novel in its rightful spot and digs around for the second volume. So, did you enjoy it? Yeah, I did actually. It's a bit slow right off, but if what you said is true, then it'll start getting good in the second volume. Speaking of which, Doki proudly holds up the second volume. 3 coasters here, look. Let's get started. Let's get started. Very few people are going to get that joke. But the ones who do get it are having a great time. Wait, alright. Okay, thank you, Monica. Praise Monica. It's time to share poems. If that isn't a good time, I don't know what is. Seriously? We were just about to start the second one. Well, you can always read it tomorrow, can't you? Fine. Natsuki, defeated, puts up in the back of the closet and retrieves her poem. I grab mine from my bag as well. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I ruffled through some stray berries to pull out the page I wrote my poem on. Oh, I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit. I'm excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though. She just seems to be the type of person who enjoys ribbing. That is a word I do not know. Either way, I hope they realise that I put hard work into it. I really did. I figured that it would only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing some effort in club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sorry, Monica, excuse me. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's going to put us all to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. Let's go with Monica first. Hi, Billy. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Haha, well, a broken record isn't so bad when you play something so nice. I guess so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. It's my duty as president to make sure that everything is perfect. I'd have to say you've been doing a good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's going to be a bit intimidating to try and criticize Monica of all people. I know, right? She would just freaking Billyyy. We haven't really seen much from the new characters yet, so I'm looking forward to when they're going to come into the story. I really don't think that there's going to be anything I need to speak up about either. Well, the other girls will probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would. Now that that's out of the way, feel like sharing your poem with me? I mean, I don't really have a choice, do I? You shouldn't be thinking like that. Yeah, I was just joking. Kind of. It's alright, Billy. I get it that it's probably really awkward for you to share a creative work when you're just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do. That's an understatement. Don't worry though, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know. I don't think many people out there would share their poetry on a regular basis. But if it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quick once you get it over with. Yeah, that's true. I have my poem over with a sigh. Don't read it too harshly. You'll be fine. I watch nervously as she quickly scans through my poem. It's It's a nice poem, Billy. Huh, you'd think? Although I'd have to say it's a lot cuter than something I would have expected out of you. Don't call me cute. Is it that bad? Oh, is that bad? Okay. No, of course not. It's just something I would have thought Natsuki would write, for instance. She's a good writer, so you should take that as a compliment. I see. I don't know. I guess I was in a cutesy sort of mood or something. So you do have a cute side as well. All of me is cute. Apart from my absolute monster of a brain. Huge brain. Huge. Well, that's not what I was trying to say. It definitely was. I meant I was thinking about more cheery stuff or something. I get it, but still, you ever read anything by Shel Silverstein? Who's that? Hey Siri, who is Shel Silverstein? Sheldon Allen Shel Silverstein was an American writer known for his cartoons, songs, and children's books. He styled himself as Uncle Shelby in some words. His works have been translated into more than 30 languages and have sold more than 20 million copies. He was the recipient of 2 Grammy Awards, as well as a Golden Globe Award and Academy Trust Awards. He did. He died in 1999. RIP. So he's a poet. Alright. He sounds familiar. Maybe when I was a kid. Okay. Well, I really didn't have to do it though. Okay. Well, he read a lot for children, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He's famous for using simple words and conversation tones to tell all sorts of stories. His poems are of a variety of different lengths and cover a range of different emotions. They could be funny, endearing, sad. Even the most part where people think of him as a children's author and poet, many of his works express universal views of the world. And he actually wrote some black comedy as well. So you could say that he was pretty good at subverting expectations. Like this game. So is Natsuki kind of like that then? You could say that. She's not quite the Renaissance man that Silverstein is, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. It may seem easy enough to read it through on the surface, but they pack a lot of meaning in very few words. I see. It's definitely a type of poem that's fun to explore. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle on my own style. And it'll take a while before I'm completely comfortable sharing my writing. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing in your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Trying things is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try and focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask for my help anytime though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Always on duty for President, eh? Well, let's get to reading then. The box. Okay, so this is... I'm just going to read these in my voice because I can't bother. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint glistening on gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I always the one in the dark? I pounded the glass, my prison. Why? Why me? The pain jolts me back. The understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all a farce. My heart's on display. My life's but a script, just playing away. The world out there seems so bright. It was so free. So many choices, so much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realise now there was never a choice. I was stuck in this box. And the other side transformed me. Damn, that's actually really good. Very cool. Oh. So Monica's poems are about the same things as before, so she clearly has memory of the original Doki Doki game still. So, what do you think? I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. I totally get a certain time feeling when reading a poem, but I'm not sure how to put it into words. I can understand that. Just trying to articulate it however you want. You could use metaphors outside of poetry, you know? Or when you put it like that, I don't know. I'd say that your poem's kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. Like, I can't tell exactly what you're talking about, even though I feel what the speaker's feeling. Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well. Really? Really? I do like my metaphors, hehehe. Well, you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least. I hate poetry. The ability to compare emotions and concepts through words, describing things even the writer might never have experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on their emotions in the poem. I guess it kind of opens up for the reader to have their own interpretations. Exactly. It's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in a work of art. Yeah. What was your original intent then? Or, I think it'd be more fun if you tried to figure it out yourself. That just makes me more curious now. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Veronica's rhyming tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, okay, you get too fixated on a specific point, just move your hand right the way into his heart. The ink flows into a dark puddle. Just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart. They did it, didn't they? Easier said than done. I get what she's trying to say though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gone and smoothed something down. Thank you for listening. Who's next? How long have we been recording for? 12 minutes. We still got loads of time. Let's go for Natsuki. Or Natsuki. Earth to Natsuki. What? Hey, don't make it seem like I'm spacing out. Just... Okay, let's start with what I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads the poem again. Actually, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. I know this game. But isn't that the whole point of sharing poems? Okay, close enough. Don't literally close it like share constructive criticism wasn't that a new line. Originally it was I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. No, wait, that's the wrong thing. No, it's just Natsuki fails to come back with a follow-up. She's obviously uncomfortable about something. From what I've seen is certainly not giving out criticism. Hey, this is my first sharing my poems too. It's a bit uncomfortable for all of us, yeah, but we should still try and help each other. It's not that. I'd feel much more comfortable if your poem was really bad. I'd be like, not that bad, but here's what a work of a real poet looks like. But, oh, I understand what she means now. She's uncomfortable because she liked my poem and doesn't know how to compliment me. I get what you mean. Natsuki looks relieved at my step. She doesn't look it. Can I see your poem now? Fine. Only because Monica's gonna make me either way. Oh, this is new. I expected Monica's to be new. I didn't know these were new. Okay. Sometimes. Some folks are winners, some only lose, some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes when we try hard and give it our all, sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Monkeys can climb, cheetahs can race. Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I like it. I don't. What? Don't just say that because I'm a girl. Sexism? Be honest. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple but pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets. That's Monica's voice. Finally, someone who gets it. People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague, but they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. Back to Monica's voice again. The reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning. That's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on wordplay. Like how most of the lines start with some. I didn't actually, but maybe the last couplets seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. Let's go Sayori. You said this is your first poem, right? Yeah, why? It impressed me. Impressive. Especially for your first poem. Maybe this really is the place for you. Ah, come on, it's not that good. I mean, it's not like I'm used to writing poems or anything, but thanks, I guess. Don't be so hard on yourself, Billy. Everyone has to start from somewhere. You've already got off to a good start. Anyway, I guess I can show you mine now. Don't expect too much, though. I'm not very good at this. Only one way to find out. This is the same poem as before. Alright, cool. I'm not going to read the same one. By any chance, did you write this morning? Did you wait till this morning to write this? Oh. I thought it was a bad poem. In fact, it was great. I was really inexperienced. Okay. Oh, okay. Different feedback then. It's really you. What's that supposed to mean? As in, the poem just really reminds me of you. It made me feel really good inside. Really? Really? Yeah, I had no idea what to expect. This is my first time reading your poetry. But the way this was written, I don't know, it feels really wholesome and cheery. Wow. Like you are. Oh, so I really like the last line. Just it's different feedback. I like this. Hey, I was eating it when I wrote. Oh, so you wrote the poem this morning? Huh? No. Well, maybe. I forgot to write it last night. Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Eggs and toast. That's the same as the previous game. Well, I suppose if it sounds silly but it works, then it isn't silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good. I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you to that. Just hold on my neck. Is there anyone else? Because this is going to be the raccoon one, alright? Unless it's this, like, different, like, series of Natsuki's was. Okay, so this is... oh, no, this is different dialogue. I like it. I know what I want to convey, but I need to find the right words. I understand. Take your time. Okay, I think I know what I want to say. Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is it that obvious? I don't mean to be rude, but I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. Yuri seems to be so incredibly introverted it must take her a long time to warm up to new people. Don't worry about it, we all start somewhere, right? What were you saying? Right, I just noticed that a few qualities consistent with newer writers that showed up in your poem. Perhaps what stands out most is that you try very hard to make the structure of your poem your own. And that's okay, but if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional structures, couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. This is a haiku. I am drinking my water. Yuri, frick yourself. It's like Yuri is a totally different person when she gets going. She sounds incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly. Again, not that it's your fault. I think that once you study poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if you take a look at what you've written? Oh goodness, of course. Please let me know what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain my process. Yuri smiled dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Well, this is different as well. Tumble. Hail, hell yeah. Hail falls down like discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. What the hell does that say? Slender? Slender sting pierces my eyelids. What don't know, I can't read her handwriting. Barely painful, and pulls them shut. Even so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. Barely painful and pulls them shut. Is there a piece missing? I'm trying to relate it in my head to what I think it's about, but I don't know. I'm sorry if you think my writing's a bit illegible. I was thinking that. Once my pen touches the page, you just can't help but just touch yourself with it. I want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read that's a lie. But I wasn't what I was. Are you sure? You seem to take you a while to read it. Yeah, well, I guess I don't see cursive often. Yes, exactly. It's illegible. But it's really nice when I do. Your handwriting's actually quite pretty. It's pretty, but I can't read it. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. It made your poem stand out even more as well. What time is it? 22 minutes. We got ages. It's like your handwriting fits your word choice, or vice versa. It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to writing long pieces, but this is the third time we're sharing. I thought it would be easy to share. That makes sense. Do you mind telling me what it's about now? What should I understand? Sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing. It's not that, I'm just not sure I'm reading it properly. I see. I suppose, from a cursory glance, it might not be obvious, but a part of what makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image in words. What on the surface might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst the lines, depending on what metaphors you use. For example, the words and images in the poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. Actually, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to past, and a sense of tentative longing that comes with it. So has she stopped then? And she's writing a poem about what it felt like to stop. I'm trying to be vague with my spoilers, because I don't know, some people, most people who, when I did the previous Doki mod, someone was like, oh, I watched the video, it was great, but I didn't watch the show, I didn't know what happened in the original Doki. So I'm not going to spoil it. That's pretty impressive when you put it that way. Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but thanks for the compliment. Hopefully during your time here, your understanding of poetry will grow, and these things will come to you naturally. I'll do my best. Thank you for sharing with me, Yuri. Of course. Phew. Let's save that, because I don't want to do that again. I guess that was everyone. I glanced around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I already knew I wouldn't be able to write with the quality of a girl, but I tried my best. Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls at least. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I watch, Natsuki breezes through Yuri's poem, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hand, smiling sadly. Natsuki quietly, and here I'm done. Already? Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not illiterate, you know. Huh, it was hard for me to understand, at least. I just want to make sure that you got all of the figurative language that I employed. Yeah, I did. It was fancy. Ah, thanks. However, I believe that you'd enjoy it more if you looked deeper into it. I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, are you finished with my poem? Yes, yours is cute. Cute. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Did you learn anything from our conversation yesterday? You look shocked regret seeping into her expression. Seems like both girls still hold their own prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have. How can it be cute? You're standing there, thinking that I haven't read your poem, when it's really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Or maybe you should look deeper into my poem, because I use that type of language on purpose. I see. But if I may give you a suggestion, these more involuted subject matters may be more suited to more complex dictation. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with... Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. Writing in that way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? It makes you look super pretentious. If you write with a thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone, using all these big words just to make up for the lack of depth. Poetry isn't about impressing people, so you can just stop. Oh? I'm guessing they don't usually have many arguments in the club, although tensions between Natsuki and Yuri already seem kind of high. Lack of depth. Yeah, that's right. So if I can give you some suggestions now... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask, what makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me? Huh? Rude? That was just blunt, honestly. Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinions as you? What are you trying to say? Do I really need to spell it out for you? Yeah, you do. I want to see if you're really going there. The irony. I dare you to say it. Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually given me the courage to speak up. Is that why you're angry all the time? Guys, we should... Sayori, please don't rob me of my moment. So this is your moment to shine or something? Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think? No, it's my moment to finally speak my mind, while I still have the strength to. Yuri, Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? What? Everything you do needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. And it's never your fault, is it? You don't know me. No? You don't know that's his question. You don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, you don't. The very fact that you think your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. I know it must be difficult. I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective? Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayori, even Billy. Don't you remember how hostile you were to Billy when he first joined us? I wasn't being hostile. We hadn't had a new member in a long time. Sorry for not keeping you on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just to Billy. Am I supposed to change my whole personality just to cater how you think I should be? If Billy has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me. You don't get to speak for him. Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect each member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is as unafraid of being brutish as you. Well, the rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought even cross your mind? No, you just let your own self-thought dictate your behavior. Selfish. They weren't selfish. You could have scared him off. That might have been what you wanted. But what about the rest of us? I just explained myself, for God's sake. But per as usual, you aren't listening. You know, for someone who's been ranting on about how reminded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. There, I used a big word. Do I sound like Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now? How long have we been recording? 29 minutes. I don't care. I'm finishing this. This is funny. Ouch. Both girls really have their claws out. Also, Monica and Sayori don't have any issue with me yesterday. It's just you. Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monica's too responsible and Sayori's too kind. So why don't we ask Billy then? As the more unbiased spectator. Fine. Billy, who's right? Me or Yuri? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't really know how to decide at this point. Okay, right, I'm gonna end it. We saving here, boys. Yeah, let's just cover on that. Yeah. Okay. Right, so thanks for watching this video. Next time will be part 5, I think. So, thanks for watching.